Can you please talk about Aemon and Caraxes' bond? I heard Caraxes couldn't protect Aemon. Please give us something about them. Happy to. So Prince Aemon Targaryen was the rider of the dragon Caraxes before Daemon Targaryen. Seeing as I'm talking about Targaryen family trees today, let's just fill in a bit of background as to where Aemon fits in the story. Prince Aemon is the eldest son of King Jaehaerys and Queen Alysanne, so he is the heir to the Iron Throne. He's married to Lady Jocelyn of House Baratheon and they have one child, a daughter, Princess Rhaenys. And Aemon was best friends with his younger brother, Prince Baelon. For background, Baelon married their sister, Princess Alyssa, and they had two surviving children, Viserys and Daemon. So Caraxes is ridden by both uncle and nephew. The death of Prince Aemon was a huge shock to House Targaryen. It came out of the blue, and it threw the realm into absolute chaos. Who was going to succeed Aemon as the heir to the Iron Throne? If his child, Rhaenys, had been born a boy, there would have been no one asking any questions. Nobody would have batted an eyelash. The crown would simply have gone to them one day. They would have been the new heir. But because Rhaenys was a girl, that didn't happen. Her grandfather, King Jaehaerys, skipped over her and named her uncle, Prince Baelon, as the next heir to the Iron Throne in Aemon's stead. And that sowed the seeds for future succession issues and the Great Council of 101 and even down to the Dance of the Dragons. But to get back on track, what happened to Aemon? Well, he was taken out by a crossbow. He was on the island of Tarth. It is just off the coast of the Stormlands. The reason he was even on Tarth in the first place was to help get rid of a bunch of pirates that had come across the Narrow Sea from one of the free cities, Myr. No. You're not raiding here, go. Now, at this time, Prince Aemon, he was a very experienced dragon rider. He'd been riding Caraxes for years and years. He is Caraxes' very first rider, and he had ridden Caraxes into battle in the past. Like the time when Dorne, which was not part of the Seven Kingdoms at this point, they tried to invade the Stormlands, and King Jaehaerys and Prince Aemon and Prince Baelon all flew down there on their 3 dragons, and yeah, the Dornish didn't stand a chance. So Aemon Targaryen, he was not a novice dragon rider. He wasn't a newbie. He knew what he was doing. To fight off these Myrish pirates, Aemon's son-in-law, Corlys Velaryon, was going to bring the Velaryon fleet along to help get rid of these pirates. Aemon arrived on Tarth first, ahead of the fleet, seemingly on dragonback. He meets up with the Lord of Tarth and they get to chatting and it's like, okay, what do you need us to do? How can we help? But the Myrish pirates find the camp where Prince Aemon is, where the Lord of Tarth is. Not good, right? That is when a crossbow is fired and it comes swooping in and it gets Prince Aemon right in the neck. Now, the way that this is all recorded in Fire and Blood is that this crossbow was fired from these Myrish pirates and they were aiming for the Lord of Tarth and they got Prince Aemon by mistake. Wrong place, wrong time. It was just unfortunate that he happened to stand right next to him when this crossbow came in. The question is, were the pirates aiming for the Lord of Tarth, or were they actually aiming for Prince Aemon? And did they actually fire the crossbow? Who knows? We don't know who actually did it because we were not there and the people who wrote the histories were not there. We've got to rely on secondhand information, but at the end of the day, the result was that the pirates, they were gotten rid of. They went back home. But Prince Aemon, he didn't go back home. He was dead. So where was Caraxes when all this was going down? Now, he wouldn't have been very far. And we know that Aemon arrived ahead of the Velaryon fleet. So Caraxes would have been on the island. However, if you're just standing having a conversation, nothing's actually going down, Caraxes probably was having a nap or was just chilling or, was over there. They couldn't actually have done anything to save Aemon. It was a freak accident, if you will. Or maybe there's more to it. I'm fond of a conspiracy theory from time to time. I'm like, ooh, there could have been other people wanting to take out Aemon. I'm just saying. But the truth of the matter is, Caraxes was just not with Aemon at the time. It all happened so quickly. It was just one of those things. Aemon's brother, Prince Baelon, Daemon and Viserys' father, he is named the next heir to the Iron Throne, but a couple of years down the line, Prince Baelon, he dies unexpectedly of a burst appendix. I mean, these things do happen. Maybe it was just a burst appendix. Maybe there's more to it. There's people who have an agenda to get rid of these Targaryens. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that. In terms of what happens with Caraxes, they have no other rider after Aemon until Daemon comes along, until he comes of age. We don't know exactly when Daemon first rode Caraxes, but by the time he's in like his early 20s, he is Caraxes' new rider. And I don't know if this is reading too much into it because this is just purely conjecture, but I do think that there is something to be said for the extra close bond that Daemon and Caraxes appear to have. Like, all dragon riders have a special bond with their dragons, but Daemon and Caraxes seem extra close. And I wonder if there's any kind of regret that Caraxes couldn't save Aemon. So now that Daemon is his rider, Caraxes goes above and beyond. Like, Caraxes will never abandon Daemon. Like, not again. Not on my watch. That could just be me going down a rabbit hole with my tinfoil hat. I don't know. Do these dragons have feelings? Who knows? But that is the story of what happened to Prince Aemon Targaryen, Rhaenys' dad, the one-time heir to the throne and first ever rider of the dragon Caraxes.